Hey guys, real quick, I just came out with some holiday merch. It's up at DannyGonzalez.store. It's really fun, great for spreading holiday cheer. Got a really nice design, and I also restocked a bunch of other merch. So if you want any of it, head on over to DannyGonzalez.store. Alright, and here's the video. What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Your Mind's Full Potential. You might not have known this, but actually watching my videos is the only way to unlock your mind's true potential. You only use 10% of your brain unless you're watching my videos. Then you use 11% of it. Does anybody else remember, this was like 9 or 10 years ago, every athlete, like professional and non-professional, wore these wristbands. I'm not talking about Livestrong wristbands, because everybody wore those, and I even wore those, and I didn't even play sports. I'm talking about power balance wristbands. Do you guys remember those? When I was in high school, every athlete wore one, and they were just like a total scam, a complete hoax. I don't know how no one has talked about this. I mean, I guess it was 10 years ago, so that makes sense why no one is talking about it right now. I'm a little late to the party, but these things are like the biggest scam of all time. And I don't know how they just kind of went under the radar. The reason I was reminded of them is because this commercial popped up in my YouTube recommended recently and I watched it. It's for a slightly different product, but sort of the same premise. So if you never saw the Power Balance bracelets, this will clue you in as to exactly what they do. Precisely what they do.
That was crazy.
Irenew is amazing and it's awesome.
I love my Irenew.
Yeah, it worked for me.
It is amazing.
Hi, I'm Art Edmonds, and all of these people are excited about Irenew.
That is so cool.
That's crazy.
This is great. What is it?
This is great. What the fuck am I wearing? So right off the bat, this bracelet must be something special, right? There's something up with this bracelet. Like, look at how people are reacting to just wearing it. Just like having it on their wrist. They're like, oh my god, whoa, what? It goes all the way around my wrist? Dude. What is it?
Athletes wear it, celebrities wear it, and you've heard the buzz about it on Talk TV and the internet.
No, I haven't. Whoa, celebrities and athletes use it? Athletes, like unnamed number 23 baseball player and generic stock photo of celebrity. I've always just wanted to be like both of them. Give me the bracelet. I don't even know what the fuck it does, but I need that shit on my wrist now. Also, this commercial is so lazy. Like, first off, they couldn't even get real pictures of celebrities and athletes. But then the stock photos that they did use, they didn't even put the bracelet on his wrist. They could have photoshopped it on, but he's like not even wearing it in the picture. And celebrities like this guy use it. He's not using it right now. He's gonna use it later when he gets home. He likes to use it in private.
Now I feel great. I feel like I can hold my balance better.
I'm doing my job better.
Just gave me more strength, I think, all the way around.
I feel definitely more balanced. I feel stronger.
Okay, so we get some testimonials from some normal people, one of which is the world's most nervous waiter.
I definitely feel more balanced, stronger, less likely to commit acts of violence, more flexible. Can't forget about that. Hey, did you see any cops lurking around here when you came in?
What? No.
No? Okay, good. Huh? I was just wondering, that's all. I have to go. Don't eat the soup, there's blood in it.
And according to these people, these normal people who, I don't know about you, but I trust with my life, this bracelet helps you balance, improves your strength, and your endurance. One weird thing though that I'm noticing is that the actual spokesperson for the product isn't saying any of that. He so far has not said a single thing about the product, in fact. They're just letting the normal people make the claims, almost like the claims aren't true, and so the company knows that they can't be making the claims, but they can show other people making the claims. Other people can say whatever they want. Fuck. They could just put in clips of people being like, yeah, I think it brought my dad back from the dead. He's a corpse. He's a decaying body. He's a skeleton, and he's just going to work like normal now. I love it.
Real stories like these are what get me excited about introducing Irenew to the world.
Just put it on, and you'll experience the difference.
Oh yeah, that guy's experiencing the difference, all right. This dude just hit a golf ball so far that he said, wow, as he watched it go. Gosh, I used to be terrible at golf. I was embarrassed. But then I put on the Irenew bracelet, and now I'm hitting 747s out of the sky with my swing because of a fucking bracelet. I've killed a lot of people.
Balance alone's amazing.
Irenew really has made a difference. I really like it.
Well, I need this when I walk my dog. She always takes me for a ride.
The spokesperson's like, yeah, dude, whatever. I mean, shit, whatever you say. Legally, I can't confirm or deny that it does those things. So I'm just going to kind of vaguely nod and be like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, wear it when you walk your dog. Maybe it'll help you talk to it. I don't know. This commercial is so vague. They still haven't said how how it works, or like what is the bracelet? What is it made out of? How could a bracelet possibly make you stronger? Is it like a Iron Man type thing? It's like a bionic thing? Bionic thing? A science thing? Is that a science thing? I bet it is.
Athletes and celebrities have paid hundreds, even thousands of dollars to get their hands on this technology. But now you can get your eye renew for just $19.99.
What? Athletes and celebrities have paid hundreds and thousands of dollars for this technology? What technology? It just looks like a rubber bracelet with a piece of metal on it. What is it? What's in there?
I'm sold.
Eye renew is my next secret for sure.
Oh yeah, you can trust this guy. A guy like this, saying it's gonna be his next secret. I don't know what it is about this guy, but I can tell he's got a lot of secrets. So when he starts talking about his next secret, yeah, you can bet I'm gonna believe him.
As soon as you get it, put it on. If it doesn't work exactly like you've seen in this commercial, put it back in the box
And send it back for a full refund of the purchase price.
But I didn't see it do anything in the commercial. So how could it work exactly like it did in the commercial? But I guess also, how could it not, you know? It goes onto the wrist and it stays there. It works just like it did in the commercial. When I saw this commercial a few days ago, the first thing that popped into my head was these power balance bracelets. Because I didn't remember anything about them, except for the fact that every athlete at my high school wore these. And whenever I would ask them what it does, they would just be like, it helps you balance. And I remember being like kind of skeptical at the time, but not really looking much into it. But you know what? I think I've lived in the dark long enough. I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to find out what these bracelets do. And I think there's no better time to do it than literally 10 years after they've stopped being popular.
What I have to demonstrate for you today is a revolutionary new product. What we've been able to do is harness naturally occurring frequencies and program them into a Mylar hologram to help improve your balance, your strength, and your flexibility.
Bro, what? What did this dude just say? Did he just say they programmed a hologram to make you stronger and more flexible? You put the bracelet on at a football game and like 5 holograms shoot out of you and just play for you. And they're all super strong. They're just like sending everybody else into orbit with their tackles, and they're really flexible. They're just doing the splits on the field, and they've got really good balance. That's another thing that the bracelet does. They're all playing on their tippy toes or hopping around on one foot just for the fun of it, because they can. It's just, he was using words that I don't even know there. He said they programmed a Mylar hologram.
What we've been able to do is harness naturally occurring frequencies and program them into a Mylar hologram.
What does that even mean? What is a Mylar hologram? Wait. Okay, this is just talking about like the shiny little sticker on these things? That's the hologram they're talking about? Damn, that's crazy. They finally figured out how to harness the power of my 6th grade crush's pencil case. You know, thinking back on it, she actually did have really good balance. I never once saw her just randomly topple over, so that makes sense. So this video is just him like demonstrating the power of this bracelet. He does a couple of balance tests where he'll like have him stand on one leg and then try to push him over, and at first it's really easy, but then he puts on the bracelet and he does it again, and all of a sudden he's got great balance now.
One of the great things about this product is that they don't actually need to be wearing it. They can either be holding it. I could set it on the top of his head. It wouldn't matter. All that matters is that the product is within 1 to 3 inches of your body's energy field.
And I watched a few YouTube videos about this debunking this, and apparently what they're doing is just like pushing at a slightly different angle at first that makes it really easy for them to knock them over. And then once they put the bracelet on, they're pushing at a different angle, which makes it a lot easier for the person standing to not fall over. So that's how it does that. The weirdest thing about this bracelet to me is that it's called like power balance, and they really focus on the balance aspect of it, as if like the strength part of it is not the most impressive thing. Like, you can put on a bracelet and all of a sudden have, like, be more strong. Like, the amount of strength you have just depends on how much muscle you have. How does a bracelet help with that? That's insane. But they named the whole company after the balance thing? How important is balance? Why do they focus on that so much? I mean, especially to, like, athletes. I mean, maybe I don't play enough sports, but, like, when's the last time you saw a basketball player just, like, dribbling a basketball and then just, like, falling over because they lost their balance? Really, when is the last time you saw that? I have no frame of reference. All right, I want to find out a little bit more about this Power Balance company. Let's look at they got a Wikipedia page. Okay, so they originally promoted at trade shows in 2006. By the end of 2011, the company was reported to be on the edge of going out of business. They filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy due to multiple lawsuits. Yeah, no shit. But the brand has since been transferred to a new company, Power Balance Technologies, and is still selling Power Balance brands and other items today. Wait, I can still get me one of these? Dude, okay, I gotta check this shit out. PowerBalance.com, baby. Dude, they still sell them. Well, I should get them and try them.
Oh, their website has a technology section. Let's look at that, dude. I've been wondering about the technology in these things since they've been so vague about it. Okay, what does this wristband do? The Power Balance bracelet is a performance technology wristband with a distinctive hologram worn by millions of consumers and athletes worldwide. It is based on Eastern philosophies. What? It's based on Eastern philosophies. What does that mean? Yeah, it's based on Eastern philosophies, you know. Like Asia, that continent of people with like a ton of different nations and cultures and philosophies and religions. Yeah, it's just based on all that, just all of that stuff. Oh, you don't believe the Power Balance bracelet works, huh? Well, guess what? It's based on Eastern philosophies. You can't deny an entire continent of people, or actually like an entire direction, just East. You can't deny East. You can say that we're wrong, but you cannot say that East is wrong. The hologram thing is so weird. So that's where it gets the power from. It's just like the technology of a holographic Pokemon card. Well, actually, when I was little, I used to put like Pokemon cards between the spokes of my bike to make it sound like a motorcycle. And low-key, I do kind of feel like that shit made me go faster. What does it do? Will the wristband work for everyone? Well, we have received testimonials and responses from around the world about how Power Balance has helped people. There is no assurance it can work for everyone. We make no claims and let the consumer decide based on their experience. That's smart. That's a crazy marketing strategy. We don't make any claims about what our product does. We let the consumer decide what the product does. I think that's the slogan of the new iPhone. iPhone 12, you decide what it does. I don't know. Does it have a processor? Does it have a screen? You decide. But honestly, guys, I think I will decide because I'm gonna get one of these things and I'm gonna try it out and see what it does. And by that I mean, I already did get one of these things. And so we're gonna see what it does. Okay guys, I got my Power Balance bracelet right here. Let's take it out of the bag and see how this shit works. Now, right off the bat, I should be feeling a difference, right? Because the dude in that one commercial said that you don't even have to be wearing it. It just has to be within like 3 inches of your energy field. And I don't know how wide my energy field is, but I've always kind of suspected that I've got like a pretty big one. So I feel like even right here, I feel like I might be already experiencing the benefits. Also, I want to note, I might have been a little bit quick to judge the technology in these things. I did make a joke earlier about how they make all these like miraculous claims about making you stronger and better balance, and the only technology they have in it is this tiny little shiny sticker. But I would like to point out right now that I was actually wrong about that, and there are 2 little shiny stickers. Honestly, that's twice as much technology as I thought I was getting, so I really can't complain. All right, let me give you guys a close-up of this Mylar hologram so you can get a taste of this. That shit is pretty shiny, I gotta be honest. All right, well, before I put this on, let's do a test of how well-balanced and flexible I am. I just have this round thing. I'm gonna step on it with 1 foot, and I'm gonna see how long I can balance on it. I will be measuring in Mississippi seconds. On my mark, get set, go. 1 Mississippi, okay. So not even a second. That's fine, that's fine. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed. I thought I was gonna last longer than that, but maybe I should have measured in Mississippi milliseconds. Dude, look at this. Look what I just found in here. Look at that. This thing has this shit has a Mylar hologram in it. Now I really feel like I should have balanced better. Next test, flexibility. So we'll just see if I can touch my toes, I guess. Okay, I can touch my toes, but it really hurt. And I'm also seeing stars right now in my vision. And now we put on the bracelet. This is what it's all been leading up to, fam. I'm gonna put this shit on, and if it doesn't make me the most flexible, balanced person in the world, I'm gonna murder somebody. Before, I was an unbalanced, unflexible klutz of a man. I honestly feel a little bit woozy just standing here. I might collapse at any minute because I lack balance. But with this bracelet, things just might change. Yeah, I don't feel anything. You know, maybe it's just the skeptic in me and I'm being overly pessimistic, but I don't feel a goddamn thing. I might even feel less than I did before. I just feel empty inside. This might actually be having a negative effect on my well-being, just having it on. Initial thoughts? It's kind of cold. I don't know if it comes in sizes, but I feel like it's a little bit big for my wrist also. I've got dainty little wrists and it's just kind of dangling. All right, let's do the balance test. So the score to beat is, what was it, 1 Mississippi? All right, let's do it. Honestly, I can't tell if I want this to work or not. I do kind of want it to work because I think that would be crazy if all of a sudden I'm like really good at balancing. But also, I just made a whole ass video about how there's no way these things work, so I'm gonna look pretty stupid if it does, right? But I'm also gonna look pretty fucking cool because I'm gonna have really good balance. I'm gonna be the dumbest looking
balance prodigy in the world. All right, let's do this. Balance. 1 Mississippi. That's hard. That's hard to do. Why did I think this was gonna be easy? You know what, actually, maybe it's because I'm standing on it this way. Maybe I could balance longer on, okay. Yeah, actually, I feel like I can balance on it better this way. I should have done that. Okay, redo. We're taking it off. We're putting it away from my body's energy field. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi. 8 Mississippi. All right. Yeah, that was the issue. I was on it the wrong way. I was riding this baby all wrong. Balance mode activated. All right, what do we have? 8 Mississippi? Let's go for 9, baby. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 11 Mississippi, 12 Mississippi, 13 Mississippi, 14 Mississippi, 16 Mississippi, 17 Mississippi. 17 Mississippi, baby. Wow. Okay. I mean, that's pretty hard evidence. That's more than twice as many Mississippis. Good, let's see if I can touch my toes. No, that still hurts. That still hurts. Honestly though, maybe there is something to it. I feel like if I could just somehow make the effects of this stronger, like if I could just amplify it, like if I just had a bunch of these or something, then I could really test the effects on it. Because like if one doubled my balance score, imagine how many Mississippis I could get if I had like 30 of these. Well, I do. I do have 30 of these. 30 power balance bracelets makes me a powerful balancing boy. Turns out they sell them on Amazon and you can just order like any quantity of them. Well, any quantity up to 30. So that's what I did. I just scrolled all the way down on the quantity thing until I got to 30 and I pressed buy. All right, well, I guess I gotta take all these out of the package now and put them on my body. You know, it could be kind of cute as if I turned 2 of these into little hoop earrings and just wore them on my ears, because he said they don't even have to be on your wrist. So I can just kind of accessorize them however I want, I guess. I can just put them on my ears, put them on my feet. I could wear this one as a ring, kind of wrap it around my finger. Look at that rock. And for the last one, you already know where this shit's gonna go, baby.
I could set it on the top of his head, it wouldn't matter.
Moment of truth. You're probably wondering how I'm feeling after putting all these on my body. I feel terrible. I feel like I'm wearing 30 wristbands. They're too tight on my ankles, and I sort of feel like I'm cutting off the circulation. My wrists kind of feel like raw from pulling all these onto them. However, in terms of balance and flexibility, I haven't noticed much. I do feel kind of icy though. Look at this drip. Here it goes. If I die, don't watch this. All right, well, here we go. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, 27 Mississippi, 28 Mississippi, 29 Mississippi. Man, what the fuck? I'm actually kind of confused. Did it work because I've just basically have been practicing balancing the past 3 times? Like my body has gotten used to balancing? Or am I really about to wear this shit every day from now on? Just like this. I think I'm never gonna fall over again in my whole life. I don't even think I could if I tried. Nope, can't. Can't do it. Falling over? Couldn't be me. Can't relate. Nope, can't. Can't do it. Shit. Okay, I think that actually got worse. It hurt. Anyway, in conclusion, I don't know. This video is sponsored by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. Guys, if you're like me, then you eat food. Kind of a lot, which is why it's pretty important for you to have a plan for what you're gonna eat every week. And while you could like scour the web for new recipes every week and go to the grocery store and have to pick out a bunch of stuff, or you could just use HelloFresh. When you've got a HelloFresh plan, they have a ton of recipes that you can choose from every week, and they're pretty different every week, so you don't get stuck in the same rut of eating the same foods over and over every week, which is really nice. They've got low-calorie, vegetarian, kids recipes, so there's something for everybody. And like I said, it takes a lot of the stress out of prepping and planning your meals. They send you all the ingredients you need pre-packaged with the appropriate amount that you need. And the meals don't take too long to make. You can get dinner on the table in as little as 30 minutes, sometimes even 20 minutes with some of their quick and easy options. One of the reasons I really like HelloFresh HelloFresh is because of how sustainable it is. You get to cut down on food waste. The packaging that they send you your meals in is almost entirely recyclable, which all amounts to HelloFresh's meals having a 25% lower carbon footprint than grocery store bought meals. And if that's not enough reason to love them, last year they donated 2.5 million meals to charity. And this year they're stepping up their food donations amid the COVID crisis. We really like HelloFresh. I haven't been let down by their meals yet. They're delicious. They're pretty easy to make, and they make me feel like a professional chef, which is honestly pretty hard to do because I'm not too good at cooking. So if you want to check it out, then go to HelloFresh.com and use my code TrulyGreg90 to get $90 off, including free shipping on your first box. That's HelloFresh.com with the code TrulyGreg90. HelloFresh is a really great service, which is why I'm really excited that they're sponsoring my videos. So thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring, and thank you to you guys for checking out HelloFresh. All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my subscribers. It's sort of a fan base, but also sort of a family. Sort of a family, but also sort of an army. Sort of an army, but also sort of an underground crime syndicate. So guys, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. We are actually the fastest growing army on all of YouTube, as long as you don't look it up. Anyways, bye. This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. This video is over now. So why are you still watching this?